Archie, luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind the family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York, what show? Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home he's chasing new Asian delight. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all that cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streets, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Say what? What? Say what?
Hello, and welcome. Welcome to the Archieverse. Welcome to the Archie and Lux live stream show. Fun in the Archieverse, episode 210,525. How is everyone doing today? I wish everyone's doing great because it is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, the 21st of May, 2025. Now is the time to put your comments in the chat, and we can have a bit of a chit chat. You can join the stream by click on the StreamYard link, and we have a guest. We have, I believe, Rusty's Watches. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good, doing well.
Are you in the UK?
I am indeed. How can you tell?
Hey, I don't know. Just maybe that's that beautiful smile of yours.
Maybe it is the obscured smile.
Yes. Would you like to talk about Rusty's watches?
Yeah, I'd love to talk Rusty's watches because Mr. Pluter himself has been giving me a whole load of ideas and suggestions and things that he thinks would make Rusty's watches even better. And I've been implementing them to help the community. See if I can figure out how to share my screen. Let me just try.
You click on present and then share screen.
Okay, that's there we go. Let me just
again, and I'll add it.
It's not working now.
Yeah, there we go. rustyswatches.com.
Awesome. So for anybody who doesn't know, rather than going to Chrono 24, you can come to here, you can see Chrono results, and you see eBay results, and you see results from hundreds of retailers that aren't on Chrono 24. So it's basically the one-stop place to find watches over the entire English-speaking world. But there's a cool new feature that Archie suggested, and that
what was that feature?
It's the ability to search for a specific retailer. So at the moment, if you just type in, say, Amiga Seamaster, then you'll find all the Amiga Seamasters from all the different sellers. But if you want to, you can now type, let's do David SW as his another channel sponsor.
Yes.
So David SW, and if you type in the word and Amiga, then it will just give you all the results from David SW that have Amiga. So rather than having to go to like dozens of different websites, you can just quickly and instantly do it by typing in the name of the vendor.
That's pretty cool. So let's say you're interested in a watch from that particular vendor. Can you see the history of the price of that listing? Yeah,
you can. So this one here, it tells you that the price has dropped of this Moon watch. So if you click on the little arrow graph here, then it will show you what the price was at each point in time, which is really cool. Go on, sorry.
Sorry, I was going to say, does it know when that was listed? Like how long it's been up for?
It does, yeah. If you click the little eye icon, it will tell you that it was listed on the 10th of the 5th, and that I last saw the item still for sale on the 20th of the 5th, and then you can see all the different points and all the different prices.
So the good thing about that is, let's say they've been stuck with this watch for a year, you know that you've got a bit of leeway, and you can actually say to the retailer, you've had this fucking watch on the website for a year, and he's going to be shocked and go, how the fuck do you know it's been there for a year?
Well, that's exactly correct, but there's one little thing slightly better than that. If you go down a little bit and you look at the seller's stats, I know what percentage of items they actually will discount. So here I know that David SW only discounts around 8% of their items. So they're not big on discounting.
Okay.
But if you look at some other retailers like Watchfinder, what you discover about Watchfinder is that they basically discount pretty much everything.
Do you think that's because they overinflate their asking prices?
Yeah. So actually, if you look at the graph, you'll notice they actually upped the price before dropping the price. So, so they do that all the time. You see the price goes up and down and then discount it, then put it back up. But Watchfinder are much more likely to give you a discount than, say, David SW.
That's pretty sneaky, upping the price and then giving you a 30% discount.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, let me. If I go Watchfinder UK, because there's so many of them, they're not too tricky to find. Let's look at this one, for instance. Okay, so the first one I click on has only been discounted once, but let's try it and let's try it.
No stress.
Oh, there you go. So that one's been discounted. They've been dropping that from 9,000 all the way to just over 7,500.
So now you know you got a bit of leeway.
Exactly. But I'm sure in a couple of weeks' time they'll up it back up by 500 and then bring it back down again.
Okay.
Which is interesting to how these retailers behave.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Even if you just wanted to look at Rusty's watches just for these kind of insights, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, that was just a benefit because it gives you like a negotiating tactic. If you know that if you know the item was sold for more money a month ago, then you know that they will go down back to that price again if you ask them.
Okay. Here's a question. Please don't be offended by my question. Why is it called Rusty's watches? Why not a generic like whatever.com?
Okay, so that's a really great question. So I was trying to give it a bit of personality, not just another, calling it a generic watch name. And you have things in America like Craigslist that are really big.
Yes, yes.
I was emulating that way, thinking about it, where like literally it's my site that I created based on my personality and the things that I wanted to see.
Okay.
So that was basically the rationale of it.
So are you Rusty?
So I am Rusty, yes, the man himself.
Okay.
And I coded the entire thing.
Wow, very impressive, very impressive. So how come you don't want to show your personality or show your, if you're putting your name on the website, how come you don't want to show off who you are?
Well, because I've been a long time viewer of the Archie Lux channel, and I've come across many of the characters that have come on streams. And
you're scared of those crazy, vicious, vile punters, right?
There is a few of them. So
yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So the only thing I know is my first name, right? Other than that, the site's anonymous. There's no commercial agreement with anybody, so there's nothing. There's no sort of public information. And I'll keep it like that way for as long as possible.
I get it. Fair enough. That's fair point. So have you got any other updates that Archie's suggested?
Yeah, there's also cool things. So he was recently looking at doing that trading for the Patek.
Yes.
And then he was looking up all the different prices of all the different items. So I added a feature last week where you can look up the price of multiple items at the same point in time. Okay, that sounds really, really complicated. Let me just grab the link. And then you can never
do you want me to hide this first before you do it?
No, I'm sharing a separate computer for safety.
Okay.
So there's no chance.
All right. Good.
Okay, so let's say you were looking at, you wanted a Rolex Explorer 2, or Rolex Explorer with the white dial, and you get all the prices for the white dial. And then you want to look at all the prices for the black dial. But what if you want to look for both? So if you type in or, you can now see prices for both colors, and then you can just sort by low to high. So if you don't mind the color, then you can say, oh, this is the black dial's actually the cheapest item. And so you get all the results all intermixed. So you don't have to go and do some complicated multiple search. You can all just search in one place.
So you know about these ways of searching. Have you thought about putting some kind of things on the homepage, or maybe a YouTube link where people can see these little tricks of finding particular watches?
Well, that's why I'm here. So I figured, what better place to launch it than the Archie Lux channel?
Okay.
But no, you're right. There does need. I mean, it's a slightly more technical thing, right? People thinking about and or, that they're not necessarily things.
Yeah, because the average Joe is probably not going to think or even know that you could do that, right?
Yeah, it's 100%. Educating the consumer is quite tricky. And even like these buttons here where you can get rid of certain countries, people get confused by that because then they search for David SW, but David SW does not exist in the UK. They exist in the USA. So, there's some things like that where people get themselves in a muddle. But hey, it's a slightly more techie tool than say using Chrono 24, but you can quickly get to stuff that on Chrono 24 takes quite a while.
Are you going to implement Hong Kong or Japan or Monaco or Germany or something like that?
Well, the problem is I only speak English, right? So it's a slightly
Hong Kong speak English. Hong Kong speak English.
I suppose, but I mean, okay, broadly speaking. Okay, if you say a country like Japan, I mean, I had a look at it. Right,
Yeah,
I just couldn't make head
yeah,
or
yeah.
tail off.
All
So
right,
the
all right.
English-speaking world is a little bit more sensible for me at this stage.
Yeah.
And obviously the USA is the biggest watch market anyway.
If we forget about Japan, in Europe they'll have an English option on their websites, right, where you can switch between English and
a lot of them do. And so it's just one of those things, right? It's like I was trying to pick what is the best country to kind of launch it off. If I get enough traffic, then I'm going to add basically all the countries that you'd find on Chrono 24. But it's just it's such a time-consuming thing you wouldn't believe. How it's
no, I get it.
But it's cool though. So it's been a lot of fun building it.
So how are you going to monetize this website?
I'm not at this stage. I'm not. I'm just trying to build something cool that was interesting, and maybe one day there'll be some sort of obvious economic way of making money from it. But that's not why I've done it. I've done it just thought it was because basically here's the funny story, right? I was doing this every night. So every night I was looking through all the new listings on all these different websites, and I thought, why can't I just do it in one place, right? Why have I got to visit all these different retailers to see what's just been listed? So just made it to be genuinely useful.
No, that's really cool. So,
An
amazing how long have you been working on this then? How long has it took you to get to where you are now?
Since Christmas.
So it's not too bad then. 5 months.
Yeah, 5 months or 7 days a week. I say amazing air show video says nice like Rusty. Thank you.
Yes. It is a nice one website. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest. I'm sure he's going to say great things. It's just his device is just. Can you connect your microphone? It says device is not connected. Oh, he dropped out. Try again. The link is right there. If you try again. For some reason, it said device not connected. So to go to this website, you go to rustyswatches.com. So
we'll just type into Google, it will come up number one.
So is there anywhere else that you're promoting it other than the Archieverse?
No, I'm just beginning with the Archie Luxury channel because when he's been using it on stream, I've noticed some bugs and some things it's not done as expected. So I've been fixing it after each stream and basically improving it. But then at some point, when I actually get a meaningful amount of traffic and it's definitely working, then maybe I'll make it a more public launch.
Okay. Next update, 7 hours and 11 minutes. Is there a new update coming?
Oh yeah, so what that means is that all the results update every 24 hours. So in 7 hours, you'll get to see all the new things that just come out.
Hey, Nark, how you doing?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Rusty, I just want to thank you for sponsoring Archie's show. You're struggling.
Thank you. No, you're welcome.
Right. Share screen.
There's nothing here. Can you? All right, it's sharing.
Right. Look, when you come on these panels, it's great, but it exudes confidence. I want to go on your website, right, and buy a watch from a fucking cartoon character. This is what I'm getting here. Come on. What the fuck's going on here? You look like Ratatouille.
He wants to be anonymous.
What the fuck's going on here?
My secret is revealed.
Well, you're not actually buying it from Rusty. You're buying it from the retailer.
Hell yeah! I'm just showing you where they are, right?
Wait. Ignore.
Rusty, I love you, buddy.
Ignore the
Rusty, I love
knock.
you, buddy. You got a great sense of humor, right? You couldn't choose a better
I've just
animation
been playing.
character.
I just been playing with the website. It's really good. So, can we get a
Rusty
recap?
here.
So, every 24 hours
Later,
it
Rusty. I gotta go.
gives you, because I was sorting high to low, so it gives me like the biggest drops in the last 24 hours. Is that kind of what I should be looking for?
Yeah, exactly. So every 24 hours, you get to see all the results from the previous 24 hours. And then all the ones that have got drop on are ones that have dropped in price. But if you just want to see the drops, if you hit the price drop button on the right-hand side.
Can you click it?
Yeah, you can click it, where it says price drop. Right?
Okay, yeah.
It will just show you all the drops, and then you can sort the drops by low to high.
Exactly. That's exactly what I just did. So you can find like the biggest discounted watch.
Yeah, so if you click percentage discount, it will sort by percentage, not price. So here we can see this Rolex is down. Okay, look at that, 18,000.
Yeah.
Wow, shit.
Well, sometimes they're misleading.
But that's
what
because of
happens-
market as well. Market is it because of market fluctuation?
So there is one caveat. Some retailers, what happens is they get a watch in, somebody lists it on the website at a really high price, and then later
Right.
on they actually adjust it to a sensible price.
Yeah, they just put like 99999 just for generic.
There's a few retailers that do that, and every item lists for £1 million for like 3 minutes, and sometimes I grab it at that exact moment in time, and it shows a really weird price. But if you go a bit further down, then you'll see ones that are more sensible.
Yeah.
I actually think this is a really good website. Seriously, forget Narc. Narc likes to fuck about.
Well, he's
this
entertaining, right? He's
He's the
fun when he
troll.
writes.
He's the troll. Yeah, I think it's a really cool website, and I big up to Rusty's watches and you, Rusty, for doing this. And you didn't have to do this, and like you say, you wanted to build a website, and you wanted to do something like this, and you're not monetizing it. And I think it's a great little service. It's free.
It's free, yeah.
It's free. Absolutely free.
And you're not
It's one of them,
asking for anyone's email addresses or private information. You're not. And it's not like the watch vault where you're asking
The
for
digital
their
watch
private.
vault.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, in fairness, just that you can actually give me your email. So if you type in a search term and you enter an email in there, it will actually send you an email when new items are listed, or you can click on an item and you can get notifications when that price drops. But I don't send you any spam, right?
Yeah, I tell you what would also be good if there was a because some of us are looking to sell watches, so a way to actually sort of, I know of a handful of options, so to weed out, great places to go and sell watches.
Yes, yeah.
I'm a seller, not a buyer.
Well, I actually, that's a really good idea, because the idea that people would like enter an item, and then other retailers could perhaps bid on it and say, "Hey, that item."
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. We have a super chat, a very kind super chat from Mac Lobster, $2. A teething. What does this mean? A tithing for Luxipoo. Hey, thank you for the $2 for the little teething for the Luxipoo. Thank you. And Baba is joining us. Welcome to the show, Baba.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Rusty, I got 2 suggestions for you, man.
Go for it.
Where's the box and papers selection?
That's a good. Okay. So that is a really good point. So you can enter inside. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. So if you enter papers in here, it will find items where they specifically said it's box and papers. The problem is a lot of retailers don't actually write that in the title. Some of them don't even put it in the listing.
Yeah.
Like.
Right.
So it's not 100% right. It won't always
So
guarantee.
it's pulling the data from the title, not the actual description. Okay, that's fine. All
right. So here's my second suggestion. Watch Charts has an API. Maybe you can integrate Watch Charts into your site.
Well, I actually looked at Watch Charts. The problem is the cost of renting their data is really high. And considering if the community wants to pay for it, great. But there's a huge cost to rent their data.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, maybe in the future, if you're successful at monetizing it somehow,
Well, exactly. Maybe they give you for free. But I do have. So I'm not attacking anybody else, because Watch Charts is really great. But I do have very similar data in that when you go to an item, I do have all the price history, and a lot of what the others offer is basically dressing on the price history.
Well, maybe that's a way you can monetize it. Maybe you can compete with watch prices,
Yeah,
Watch
I've
Charts
thought
or whatever.
about it. Because I think there's definitely opportunity there. I don't know how many people actually use Watch Charts, right? Or how popular or how successful it is. If I knew they were making £1 million a year, I'd probably do it.
I've used it for some sort of curiosity purposes, right? To see sort of pricing. And actually, they've got a pretty good section on their website to find listings.
Yeah.
I've been very impressed with that. And this is reminding me of that. If I'm looking for a certain watch, that you can find all the eBay listings and all the rest of it through Watch Charts.
Yeah, they're definitely pulling all the eBay stuff as well as I do, because eBay gives it you for free. They just give you all their data for free, and you can use it.
Because they want to sell the watches. That's why, right?
Exactly. But you know what's funny? Chrono 24, they won't give you any data at all. They
Yeah,
actually
fuck 'em.
try to stop you.
Fuck 'em.
Which is a bit sad because I don't know, because lots of sites would send them traffic if they made it all open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Are you
that's all
including auctions?
That's all I got. That's all I got. Good luck,
Thank
man.
you.
Take it
Thank
easy.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Batman.
See you
See you,
guys.
Baba. Just coming back to the selling point, it reminds me of when I sold my last car. I used We Buy Any Car.
Yeah.
Compramos tu coche. So you effectively go on their website, you list your car, the year, the model, and whatnot. And then what We Buy Any Car are doing is they're pumping out that lead to all the car dealers around Spain. So effectively it's a lead, and then they're bidding on it, and then they're very quickly coming back to Jamie saying, here's the offer.
That is actually a really, really clever idea.
WeBuyAnyWatch.com.
So what I could do is, if somebody listed an item, I could then privately put it out to all the different watch retailers,
Yeah.
and then say, hey, you can privately bid on this item, and then kind of buy it. I think a lot of people would go for that.
I like it. WeBuyAnyWatch.com.
Yeah, that domain's taken. I've already checked.
I'm sure, yeah, I think it sounds like it would be. We could do some RustyBuysAnyWatch.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamie, what do you think about the name Rusty'sWatches.com?
Yeah, it's cool. But it sounds like a watch dealer. That's the first thing I get when I hear of Rusty's watches. But yeah, no problem. Rusty's kind of cool. Is that your nickname or?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So hopefully,
Yeah.
when people get to know about the site widely, they'll think of it like Craigslist. They know
Yeah.
Craigslist doesn't actually sell things; it's just a place that you find things other people are selling.
Yeah, it's got big potential.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really cool. It's been an interesting project.
Are you including auction houses?
So I include no. You mean like Sotheby's and those kind of places?
Any auction houses?
No, because essentially, so I'll list items that are actually for sale, whereas the auction houses will list an item that has a varying price specifically.
Yeah, it gets
So it kind
complicated.
of doesn't necessarily make. I could include those results, but they would mislead because they may start at a price that's lower.
Yeah.
So like on eBay, I include buy it nows, but I don't include auctions because people like list a Rolex for £1, and that's not that useful, is it? Right?
True.
Yeah,
that's good
it's
point.
very responsive. When you search for a keyword, it's pulling the data really, really quick.
So there's a few tricks I'm doing there. So as you start typing, it starts preloading the results in the background before you finish typing. So it appears to be really, really fast.
Are you doing, where it caches the results once a day?
Essentially, yes. So every single day, I have a complete set of results. They get
Right.
stored,
Yeah.
And then the browser can pull those results, and then they get filtered.
Yeah, so when I search, like for example, I typed in the word Spain, it's not actually searching Watch Trader and all the different live. It's from last night's cache, if you like, or whenever the hour was.
Exactly. Some of those websites take
Nice.
several minutes just to download
Right.
one product. So you have to basically cache it in advance, which is why it's every 24 hours you get an update, because things are continuously, changing.
Yeah.
But most retailers don't change prices per week, sometimes months. So it's rare that the data isn't actually accurate.
Yeah, it's really interesting. What do you
I
think?
think we need to get more exposure to this website. I think it's actually a really cool website. Seriously, it's very helpful. And the thing that I really like about it, it's free. You don't, some of these websites, you have to log in to see the data. You have to give them your email address. You got to make an account. Whereas with this, it's all open access. You don't need to log in. You don't need to give them any info. You don't need to give them your phone number or anything like that. You don't need to worry that they're going to sell your email addresses or anything, because he's not even asking for your email address. So it's all open and free. So while it's free, I think it's a great service, because obviously it's costing you money to server costs and things to do this website, and also your personal time, right?
It does. So I have to pay. I pay companies with which to go and download the web pages for me, because you can't just realistically download them all from your home internet connection. And also, some of these websites, they change their listings over. They change their site design over time. So then I have to go and update my site to kind of reflect the changes they've made.
When it crawls, it's not getting. Yeah, if they change. I've got one idea, which is relevant from my point of view, is if you could just add the filter for Europe.
Yeah, that's what I said. But he said about the language. He says language. He's only doing English languages at the moment.
Yeah, so you can do Ireland, which is it was the only English-speaking country that was in Euro, right? So that's why I put it there. But I will do others. If enough people visit the website, then I'll add all the countries. It's just I don't want to do that word. Turns out no,
because a lot of these keywords like Amiga Seamaster, that's whether it's in Spanish, it's exactly the same wording. Whether it's Italy, Amiga is Amiga, Seamaster is Seamaster. So these would be presumably the keywords. Zenith, Primera, that's not going to change whether that's in Spanish or English.
It is. It's things like box and papers or new or BN inbox or those kind of things that may change. Which is really interesting.
Oh, you got a super chat.
Yeah, we got a super chat. Phoenician Cedar very kindly super chat with $2 Australian. I actually like this name. Rust is on time. Sounds good.
I don't know if Jewelers on time would be upset.
They don't own the on time.
Who's Jewelers on time? That was the guy from Canada.
It's one that Archie has definitely promoted before Jewelers on time.
Yeah, that was Stefano.
It's about the passion.
You know, remember Stefano from Canada?
Oh, is that Jewelers on time? You talking about the Wizard?
Yeah, the Wizard. The Wizard.
Is he Jewelers on time?
I think so.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
I could be wrong. Okay, it's in California.
Jeez, that's what I had to say. I don't think. Yeah,
I retract that.
He's definitely sponsored Archie channel before.
Yes, Jewelers on Time has. Yes, correct.
Another, and I'm not trying to have a go at the community here, but like a lot of people don't know how to spell items that they actually buy. So even things like Blashoot with the accent here,
yes,
if you actually get it wrong, it actually still finds the exact same results.
Very good.
And if you're really bad and you spell Rolex like that, it will still find Rolex.
Very good, very good.
And you can also enter all the nicknames of various items. So if you type in the Batman, it will find all the Batmans, even if they don't put Batman in the title. So I basically swapped Batman for the actual reference number. So even if you're bad at spelling or you don't really know what it is, you can still find it.
That's really good.
Little things behind the scenes that nobody knows about or appreciates, really, but they just make it feel like it works better.
What about currencies? How does that work?
Okay, so naturally, it shows the local currency. So items in America, obviously in dollars, in Australia. Mm-hmm. But if you enter here and you type in GBP, it will just convert them all into your local currency.
Okay.
Cool. But that's not real, right? Because if you buy something from America into the UK, you're going to pay 20 to 28% tax on it. So
but you're just converting what the asking price is. All the other stuff is, they have to figure that shit out for themselves. Taxes and importation and all that.
So you can look at items in the USA in euros if you want to. I mean, it doesn't really make much sense, right? But you can if you want to.
Yeah.
So how many watches do you currently have on the website?
So there are, at this moment in time, there are 250,000 listings that I track.
Okay.
And I would say 95% of them are currently still for sale. So there is a very large number of items for sale. Mm-hmm. So today, there have been 2,000 new items listed. And so most days, it's about 2,000, 2,500 new listings. And obviously then some of them sell, so they get dropped off the listings.
Okay.
So it's a lot, right? I didn't realise there'd be that many items actually for sale worldwide.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot. 250, 250k.
Well, this is only in the English-speaking countries at the moment. Yeah,
it is. But I think America's definitely the biggest market. So yeah, it is surprising. So originally I had all the results on one page, which I thought, oh, there'll be like 50 new listings a day, maybe 100. And I very quickly had to add multiple pages in there because actually there are thousands listed every day, which is why I've got the older pagination at the bottom.
I think it's a great website. It really is.
Thank you. That's
What about the logo? Are you thinking about putting some funky logo or just keeping it straightforward?
Okay, so there is a story behind this, right? So the logo originally was actually a picture of a clock, which you can see in the bar up here.
Yeah, the favicon
version of that. The problem is when Archie started showing it on the live stream, you couldn't really see it with his 720p stream. So I thought I'll just swap it for like a giant roughly so people can actually see what the site's called, right?
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
It does need a better logo, but at least then people can clearly see it, definitely what the name is, without having to try and use the old bar.
It's easy to remember, right? Rusty'sWatches.com is quite an easy name to remember.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's super cool.
Have you looked at buying other domains to scalp views from other places?
I mean, I can't make too many confessions on the live stream.
No, you don't.
Back in the early days of the internet,
Yes,
that was a common thing which I may have or may not have partaken in.
spelling errors, stuff like that.
Well, we used to call it cyber squatting.
Yes,
or scalping, or people call it scalping these days.
Sniping.
Yeah. I mean, those things used to go on a lot more. It doesn't work so much these days, but in the old days, it was a common tactic. But no, I haven't. I'm trying not to upset any of these retailers too much. So I think some of them won't be happy that I'm showing information about their pricing history that they may not want the public to know.
Now it's white hat versus black hat, right? White hat very much.
Are you a black hat guy or a white hat guy, Jamie?
I'm neither. I'm on the fence these days.
I'm very much black hat.
Yeah, I mean, when I first initially got on the internet, but I think that's that those guys have been run out of town.
Yeah.
You know, the forum, Black Hat Forum, is a great forum.
Yeah, fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
So that's
that forum, Rusty?
So that watch, you see, they've actually upped the price. They upped the price for a month and then they dropped it down to less than it was before.
That is shady. That is very shady.
So I'm not sure how.
Well, it's not shady.
I mean, it's not shady, but you know what I mean. It's a bit, up in the price and then suddenly dropping it below the price that you originally had it for.
So the problem is that what happens is you go in this case Watchfinder. You see a watch. It says it's 10% off, but actually it was 10% off 2 weeks ago anyway.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's a bit off-putting, isn't it?
Can you sort listings by age, like oldest? Because if the watch has been listed, if the watch has been listed with Watchfinder for fucking a year, they are good for coming in and offering a low ball.
100%. If you go Watchfinder and we go oldest, obviously these are all dropped now, right? Because they're ones that have been there for ages.
Yeah.
You can then have a look at the price of that one. Okay, there you go. So they upped the price.
So that's how long your data's been running, is it? 17th of February? Because it's possible it's been listed even longer.
I had Watchfinder on there before the 17th, so that was listed on the 17th.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
3 months.
So that one, they upped it a little bit and then dropped it. So that's a thing that consumers might be interested to consider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when you look at a real estate portal, you can search like oldest to new, price per square meter, highest to low, all these sort of filters. And by going in to offer someone who's desperate to sell a house and it's been on the market for 2 years, you can often get away with giving a substantially low offer.
Well, definitely, exactly right. And so the whole reason I did that oldest, the oldest, the newest, was because watching another, I can't remember which channel it was, but I was watching one of those, the day in the life dealer type channels. Yeah. And they were saying that they got people that would ring them and say, I saw this item 6 months ago, you've still got it for sale, please discount it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And then by then, either the dealer owns the watch or the consigner has it on consignment, and by then his resistance is he just wants gone.
It is time definitely deals with that resistance issue.
Yeah.
This would be a really good website for people that are selling watches. If they've got a guy on the phone and he wants to buy, let's say what's on the screen right now, Datejust 116203. You could, if you know that you're the cheapest, or you know the market, you can check and see, hey, well, if you buy from me, you could use it as a way of showing that you have a lot of knowledge. And you could say, okay, well, you could buy from me for this price, and then instantly you could tell them, but you got the same watch on whoever.com, and it's more expensive. And you're showing that you are an authority and you know your stuff by instantly getting this information.
Well, exactly. And so I think what happens at the moment, if you actually if you make an inquiry to say Watchfinder, what they really do is they look at their own sales data. They probably go to eBay, they probably go to Chrono24, and then they probably go to other dealers to kind of figure out where the market's at. But here they can just do it all in one place, which should be, a win.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they go check the WhatsApp groups that they're in, and all, they see where the market lies.
Yeah, that'd be some good data, right? To be able to actually access WhatsApp groups and find out what prices dealers are selling them for.
Oh yeah. That is the real data, isn't it? So when I click a link, so for example, I click the link Night Fine Jewelry, that one right there. That's going to take me straight to their website.
So
are they seeing their traffic source? So likely they're seeing their traffic sources. So that's actually how you could potentially get monetized later on, because if for example Night Fine Jewelry are seeing, okay, this guy, who's this Rusty's website, keeps sending us traffic, you may start to get approached by some of these and obviously that's when there's a commercial agreement that can be found.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be really cool if that happened. So they would know, because it would show up in their logs that the referrer was me.
Right.
So yeah, hopefully.
Can't you make a percentage from some of these websites like eBay, or is there any dealers that will offer an affiliate link or affiliate percentage?
So I at this point, I'm sure they would, but at this point, I don't think I have enough traffic with which for them to be excited.
Yeah.
But if at some point, I mean, if I was getting 100,000.
No, but I mean, like someone like eBay. Does eBay give a percentage if you
affiliate links? Do they have an affiliate program?
So
it doesn't matter how many views, as long as if you get one sale, hey, you got a percentage of one sale, right?
So eBay does have an affiliate program. The problem is it only pays if they buy the item effectively immediately after clicking the link. So if they then go away and then come back to eBay like a day later, eBay doesn't pay out on it.
Oh,
and
shit,
it's not like watches aren't impulse purchases, right? You're going to do your research. So
the cookie's time stamps, is it literally in that moment, or is it like 12 hours?
It's 24 hours.
Okay, the cookie will last 24 hours.
And they mustn't have clicked another link on eBay that gets them back to the item, right? So it's a very narrow window you have, unfortunately. But hey, it might be, if I had. So apparently, according to Chrono24, they have 900,000 visitors per day. If I had that many visitors, I'm sure it would be easy to monetize it, but that may take some time.
Yeah, of course. They've been around for a long time, and does anyone? How did Chrono get their footing? Like, what marketing did they use to get their footing?
I think they got venture capitalist funding.
Okay.
VC funding. They got some big investors. I think Mbappe, if I'm not mistaken, has recently taken some of the equity in Chrono.
Yeah, but my question is who decided, or how did the people, like the masses, decide Chrono was the place? Like, where were they advertising Chrono for the masses to learn? Hey, Chrono is the place.
Just wait.
Whoa.
Rusty. Your website needs a glow up. It needs a makeover.
Let me tell you this, right? I actually agree. I can tell you this, right? The back end is spot on, and all the technology works really well, but the front end interface.
Yeah, she's got a great personality. Who won't? Should I give a fuck? Share screen. Look this. Share screen. Is this my screen?
One second.
I think I have to.
Look, see this? It looks amateurish. I'm gonna give you constructive criticisms. I want you to be successful. I love your enthusiasm. And the ratty look is in now. You know, like the girls love the ratty look. Look, you need a logo. Rusty's watches looks amateurish. Rusty.
Okay. Here's the deal, right? If you design me a logo and the community vote and say that it's good, I'll use that logo.
Right. Now I'm gonna give you constructive criticism. Right. First impressions. Right. It's like meeting a woman. Right. You know she's got potential, but she dresses like a slob. She's a bit of a bush pig, but she can lose weight. That's what this website is. It's got a bush pig vibe. Potential. She seemed like an honest bloke, even though you're animated. Right? Yeah, the photos aren't bad. I just think this needs some work on it. It needs a glow up. Do you agree, Jamie?
Yeah, some color would of course. I always agree. I always agree with you, Mark. Yes.
Yes.
From a visual point of view, I definitely think it needs improving. I mean, once I get some serious traffic, then that would be my next stage.
Yeah, Rusty. Another. Look, choose a Superman avatar. Not choose a cartoon character with a strong chin.
It isn't weak. I admit. I mean, this was just one of the Snapchat filters, right? So you know.
Wait. You. What options did you have?
Hang on. If you want to go through this, right? We can. What else can we have?
Right. You chose a. You look like Lolex. Weak chin. Lolex without a beard. Get the fuck out of here, Rusty. Come on, I'm trying to help you here.
This is little boy avatar.
What? Well, you look like Lux has lost 200 pounds.
I don't wear glasses.
Oh
shit.
Let's have a look.
By the way, we got a super chat. Watch Nerd Nick, 10 Malaysian ringgit. With AI, aggregator sites won't be needed. What do you think about that?
I think it's not true. Okay. So I actually tried when I first started building it. I was like, hey, I'll use AI. AI can scrape these websites and it's all going to work. The problem is the actual economic cost of scraping using large language models was just prohibitive. It was
what the fuck's going on here? How many pixels on your screen? If you get me a dolphin
I can see a female. I can make out a female in the background.
If you get me a dolphin every pixel, I'll have $10. Rusty, what the fuck's going on?
That was actually an idea I had, that people could pay enough money and I'd slightly improve resolution.
one pixel at a time.
Rusty, can I ask you a question? Right? Are you a sex offender?
Fucking hell.
Hey, knock.
He does with his face. No, all right, I retract it. I love Rusty.
Jeez,
Hang on, I'm the only person that has any face on, right? So
He's got a point. Knock, put your camera on, Knock.
Rusty,
I got a face in my avatar.
Oh, okay, yes.
Here's my face. There's my
Lux.
face.
That does look. That's a true representation of Lux.
We're gonna workshop your website here, right?
Okay.
Who was that guy who designed all the avatars, Jamie? Do you remember that guy?
Ken.
There's a guy who. No, it wasn't Ken. It was a guy.
Ken Scotch Down Under.
No, it wasn't Ken.
No,
I know exactly
him.
who you're talking about.
Oh, it was the Perfect Dark.
Yeah, Perfect Dark. Have you got his email?
The guy that done Archie's merch.
We could actually help you here, Rusty. Right? Redesign rustywatches.com. You need a logo.
Rusty, is that a fake background or is that a real background?
It's a fake background as well. It's
it?
If you actually notice, it's I'll just turn that off. It's actually on.
Is it on a loop?
Can you zoom in? Can we zoom in?
Hang on, let me.
It's females.
Yes,
it's females.
Oh, no, the male. No, get rid of the male. No, we don't want to see the men.
Left.
Get rid of the man.
If you notice, he does the same. He does the same ducking down every 30 seconds.
No, that's you. That is Rusty. Look, that's Rusty. I believe that's Rusty. That's Rusty.
I'm not going to deny it then.
That's Rusty right there. Look, he's tilting his head. He's trying to hide behind the monitor. By the way,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
have you got another camera angle? What are you going to show us? What's with the show and tell camera?
This was. Oh, hang on, let me move. I've got me.
It looks like a watch stand.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
going to
right.
show us and tell.
Yeah, because
Share
I-
screen, share screen, share screen, share
All
screen.
right. After Rusty tells us
No,
about this
share
camera.
screen now. I got no patience.
because
Oh,
I agree with Archie Luxury. It's all
Ooh.
about reggae.
That does.
Oh.
all about the
Oh.
Let's move over there.
You have a Breguet?
Indeed, it's.
That's remarkable.
not just
I know,
any
and
Breguet.
I actually bought it before Archie Luxury did.
So you're a Breguet man.
I'm a Breguet man, yeah, in rose gold. What's not to like?
Good to meet you. From one Breguet man to another.
Yeah, Breguet man.
It's good to meet you.
It is class.
We are class.
You give me Woody Allen vibes here.
The filter actually thins out my face massively.
Oh, can you send that filter to me? I need that filter. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's not-
Rusty, we love you here. I gotta go, Rusty. We love you here. We support you
Thank you.
here. Right? I think your website needs a bit of working. Need a bit of work. Give it more of a luxury feel. You know, when I look at it, does it give me a luxury feel?
No, he's trying to do like a Craigslist. I think he's trying to do like a Craigslist vibe, right?
When you're buying no, listen here, you stupid fuck. When you're buying $50,000 watches, you don't want Craigslist vibe.
Yeah, but if you could save $5,000, you're happy to get that vibe.
And you're not actually buying them from Rusty. You're just getting the data from
It's a
Rusty.
tool. It's a tool.
But
Yeah.
Exactly.
wait. Wasn't this your idea?
Hey, no, I was waiting for you to come up with this.
This was your idea, Rusty. Did you still like his idea? He was going against Chrono 24. I've got that clip.
Play the clip. Can you play the clip now? Come on. Play the clip.
Do you want that clip?
I want the clip. Come on. Play the clip.
All right, one sec.
Did you know about that, Rusty? Did you know that you're...
I want to see the clip now.
Oh, shit. Should I bring up my competitor to Chrono 24?
Go for it.
Have you got the clip now?
Yes, share screen.
I've just noticed the cheapest item is a Tag Heuer and a Casio. How a Casio's $2,000, I don't know.
Jeez.
Share screen.
Yeah, I'd really encourage you to get a European
I flew into
section.
Sydney yesterday. That's why I didn't do a show. I didn't want to announce it because the burglary and I got to be careful with security now. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just went, and I tried to get. By the way, I tried to get Lux Report to cover for me. Right.
Yeah.
I was going to pay him and everything, and he's trying to start a business to rival Chrono 24. But can I tell you this between you and me? Okay. I think he's fucking delusional. Okay.
Wait.
£100,000 up your sleeve if you're going to try and rival Chrono 24. Okay.
I'll look well back.
A couple millions, because they're so strong, and the internet works. The winner takes it all. Okay, this is an internet principle. The winner takes it all, and once you are in the top 3 or top 1, it's so hard to compete. It's so
I
hard.
said to him, "Can you cover for me?" No, I got to do some work on my business. And I'm thinking, fuck me dead. He's just a delusional fantasist.
Has he ever said this to you, Rusty? Behind your back?
I can't. You've got no sound there. It's okay. We'll
Oh,
wait.
I didn't have any sound. Hello?
Oh, hey, how are you going?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, nothing's going on.
Why are you talking shit about me?
I'm not talking shit about you. I just
So
thought you'd
are.
help me out.
You're coming onto your show saying, what the fuck is this
I thought you'd fucking help me out. I asked you for help.
Dude,
You know
I'm busy.
fucking
It's
desperate.
fucking midnight and I'm busy.
Okay.
You don't need to come on your live show saying...
I just tell the truth. I just tell the truth how I fucking feel, okay?
You listen to me, Sunshine. Don't come on here saying, oh, what the fuck? Lux Report is delusional fantasies trying to take on Chrono 24. What the fuck are you talking about? I never
Well,
said
I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you how I fucking feel.
told you I'm
You know what?
busy.
I didn't need to lie.
I told you I'm
I
fucking
don't need-
busy. Don't ask me 100 times to do something. No means no. I'm fucking busy. And don't talk shit about me on the internet. We meant to be fucking friends for 10 years. This is how you talk to friends?
I fucking needed your help.
And I've helped you for fucking 3 weeks. Oh.
There you go.
What do you think about that, Rusty?
I didn't see that to steal.
Rusty, I love you, buddy. I gotta go. See you later, guys.
See you later.
Good luck with the
Cheers,
website.
man.
Thank you.
Have you got 100 grand in your back pocket, Rusty?
No, but I may have lost that amount in income by working on this project.
Oh, shit.
So, you know, it's been a labour of love, though, so I don't mind.
That's good. That's good. Fuck. So we're just waiting for Archie to go after Rusty's watches.
He did an interview and he only said nice things. So
that's because you were paying him. You do realise that, right?
Well, that may have been part of it. That may be. Listen, we're doing anything for free, right? So you know that's fair enough.
How much are we able to say? How much did you? How much was it? How much was the sponsorship? Are we able to say that?
So
you don't have to. You don't have to.
I didn't mind. So I paid him for a sponsored review, which was $50 when he did a review, which was very gonzo. He looked at the website for the first time. It was funny, and then for mentioning me on the stream, he charged me $300.
Okay.
And then he mentions me, and he agreed to use the website occasionally.
Yeah, and also you're getting this like 1 hour plug, and you'll get more plugs like this. So exactly. I think it's money well spent, because I mean, Archie will keep giving you plugs, and you'll do videos, and we can do streams. You can do this for the next 6 months. You can jump on this show every day if you want to plug in.
Yeah, and he also put a little advert at the end of some of the paid reviews as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So when he does mention it, the traffic does go up. I can see live that people do visit it, which is really cool.
So guys, go to rustyswatches.com. Let's get some traffic. Let's have some people viewing the website. He's not after any money from you guys. He's not after your email addresses. He's not after your phone number. If you're looking to buy a watch, or if you're looking to sell a watch, hey, you might even be a trader, and you want some information on what other people are doing regarding particular models, it's a great tool. I'll give it to you, Rusty. It's a great tool for lots of different people.
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely.
It'd be interesting, because now we're sort of seeing this as a work in progress project. So, if you can come back and share the updates. So, when the new logo, the new color scheme, and whatnot. It'd be good to see the updates.
Yeah, definitely.
As it's work in progress.
I can add new features really easy. So the other night, live on stream, Archie had a suggestion. I implemented it, and in fact, it was just adding the Breguet button. He was upset that there was no button to jump into Breguet.
Oh. Was he really?
Because I know that he's into Breguets at the moment.
Yeah. So what's your sort of background like with watch collecting? Like, when did you start? Like, 'cause, you've ended up with Breguet. That's quite an interesting one. So where does it all come from?
I mean, it's like everything, isn't it? It's like having a Casio FW91 as a child. When I was about 9 or 10, somebody bought me, and I loved that watch to the point that I wore it out. And then I had slightly nicer watches, and then something just gets you right at some point, and you're like, "Oh, this is really cool hobby." And then I started watching Archie Luxury, and then I realised I wasn't buying luxury because I had a Tag Heuer at the time. And then things have spiraled out of control since then. To the point you end up with the gold Breguet.
Yeah, I think that looks like exactly the same as Archie's.
It literally is exactly the same model, yeah. And we both bought it for the same reason. It was really good value for money because you're getting a lot of what price.
Can we have a look at some of these Breguets on the screen? Like what sort of prices?
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go.
Just let's sort that out. Yes, so that model. There we go. Okay, let me look at that 70. Let me put it into US dollars because that will make more sense for everybody, won't it? $17,000.
I just had an idea that just came to my head. I don't know how easy or how fucking hard this would be to implement. What if you was able to put the retail price next to it?
Yeah. So, have you ever tried to buy a watch bought a watch that's discontinued, and then tried to find out the actual price?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a Rolex,
Yeah.
right? It's anybody's guess because the price fluctuates and all that. So it would be. Some retailers do say that. They'll say, "Oh, last known price was like 13,000 or something."
Yeah, I suppose even with Rolex, the prices are going up because of gold prices, inflation. So it's kind of hard to keep. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's kind of a hard one, right?
But these Type 21s are a bargain. I mean, the equivalent watch in a Rolex is going to cost you 25 grand plus, and it's arguably inferior. Upset many people saying that.
We got a very kind super chat. Mac Lobster, $2 US. Thank you. When do we get the cyborg hooker site, Rusty?
I mean, what is he suggesting? I should have come on as a female?
No, he wants hookers. He doesn't want watches. He wants to get jiggy with the hookers.
Well, actually,
go compare hookers. That's what we want. Go compare to hooker.com.
I mean, it's funny because it's the same technology, right? You go to websites, you grab the content, and you aggregate it into one place, right? So it may not be that tricky.
Nana Kim will be probably the cheapest of them all. And hey, I think that could be a cool website. Go compare.
I might get raided by the FBI though if I start engaging in such antics.
That's an interesting one.
What, and the punters leave reviews?
Oh, there is website. There is. Jamie, there actually is websites. Where
I know.
That's where you got the idea from,
Don't
Jamie.
teach me to suck eggs.
Are you talking? What website are you talking about, Jamie? Adult Friend Finder.
Is it Massage Republic? I think it's something similar. Yeah.
It's a bit weird, right? Can you imagine?
Say no more.
Can you imagine going with a lady
that Lux has been
1,500 reviews and Archie's one of the reviews?
Oh god. It's all subjective.
Can you? Oh, dude, can you imagine?
Come on, let's keep it. Let's keep it on watches.
Sorry.
Let's.
It was because
get
of the super
excited.
chat. It was Mac Lobster. We can blame Mac Lobster. Rusty's hookers. Quick, get the domain.
Another cool thing as well, if you just want to see a certain retailer, if you find a listing, you can just click view all listings. It just shows you listings from that particular seller, which is just a little shortcut in there to make your life slightly easier. But there seems to be a lot of hate for Breguet on this channel, other than Archie. A lot of people don't seem to appreciate it.
There's a lot of what, sorry?
There's a lot of people don't like Breguet on this channel.
Yeah, I don't know why. No. You can get them cheap.
I mean, I suppose if you're into like hype, it's not a hype brand at all, but it is a brand that, has some really good watchmaking history.
Oh, talking about hype, can you do a search for Richard Mille? I want to see how much of a drop a Richard Mille, or maybe a rise a Richard Mille has gone.
Yeah. Also, the new Patek
Cubitus.
Cubitus, yeah. That one has seen.
That's dropping.
Yeah,
I just saw that. I saw that just now. It's dropping on your website.
Yeah. There was one, the brand new one in the two-tone is like down 5% from a retailer that had one.
Oh yeah, that's the least desirable. That two-tone.
Yeah,
one of the three.
And look at that, 114,000 US.
Yeah, well, look at the other one, 82,000. But that's the least desirable of the Richard Milles because of the case.
Those round ones, I don't think.
Yeah, it's too busy
because of the look. So yeah, I mean, there was a point during lockdown where it was $250,000 was your entry point on a Richard Mille, but now things have come down quite a bit.
Well, like these blue, are these carbon? Yeah, ceramic.
They are, yeah. Well, they call it NTPT, right? It's just a type of carbon.
Do you like Richard Mille?
I mean, in a way, right? But it's got that stigma, right, of just being I'm rich and bragging about it. I'm not sure I'm into that.
Is there really only 21 Richard Milles available throughout those countries?
No. That's listed today.
Oh.
So if
Okay.
you go down, once you get to the bottom of the results, it will then load all the historic results.
Oh, okay.
It was
Okay.
actually 262.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You've got BQ watches as well as showing on through your website as well.
Yes, yeah, BQ Watches, yeah, they're a really great company, I think. So I basically feel like I got all the retailers that had more than like 50 watches listed in the Western world, because there's a lot of like backpack dealers that might have like 5 or 6 watches that aren't really dealers that I didn't include.
Yeah.
They may be dodgy anyway. They may not be, but
How do you find like all the different retailers, say in the UK, like BQ and Subdial and Olive and Weave, Watchfinder?
So what I did, obviously, I just knew from experience a lot of the names of the dealers. I looked on Chrono 24. What were the 50? What were the 50 most popular vendors with the most stock? Then I looked at Google search listings. What are the 50 top retailers that come up? Then I looked at who pays for adverts. So with all those combined, I got all the retailers that are actually the ones that people should care about.
Yeah, so you reverse engineered.
Exactly. Yeah. Use who's marketing to find who's relevant, mate.
Yeah, and if they're advertising, I mean that's also you thinking 3-4 steps ahead that you may be able to charge them at some point if they're advertisers already.
I mean, Chrono 24 is charging 7%, and I mean that's a lot on a Richard Mill, right? At least eBay, they only charge you the percentage on the first part of the transaction. So if it's like £1 million, you don't pay percentage of the whole million. But Chrono 24 is a bit more extreme. What's also interesting is you can now see exactly how many items each vendor has for sale. And it's funny because some of those big YouTubers actually have less stock than you would imagine compared to some of the people that maybe you haven't heard of.
Yeah. Have you got Pride and Pinion?
I actually looked at their site and I can't remember, but I've got a feeling I didn't because they actually didn't have a meaningful amount of stock. Oh no, I do.
Yeah.
They've not got many. I don't know if they just only have it in their showroom, but when you go on their website, you actually don't find very much stuff, and I don't know why. Whether they just don't list it on their website.
Yeah.
This is through eBay, right?
Okay, so they've got 2 items they're listing on eBay, which is weird.
Maybe they're testing because you see it's got 0 feedback. Maybe it does testing because they don't want to push.
Who's got 0 feedback?
On eBay, Pride and Pinion eBay.
I mean, when you actually go onto their website and you go to the buy section, there's actually not that many items on there.
49 products, that's it.
Yeah. So basically, my threshold was 50. If you've got 50 watches for sale, you're big enough to be on the site. But if you're on eBay, I'll put you on there as well. But it's not that many. So I don't know. I didn't know whether the whole Pride and Pinion thing was more a internet personality than a watch dealer. I wasn't quite sure really what the truth was.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he definitely sells watches. No, he says 447 products, but I think there's a lot of those that are, because it's become sort of like an AD for some of these brands. Some of, like Frederick Constant, I think he's an AD for.
I think I figured it out. He doesn't have any watches left because he's given them all away on his website.
No, that other one. No, click on buy and then all watches. There's 447. Because he's an AD now for like Zodiac, some of the other brands. So that might be throwing up a lot of listings.
Yeah, but I don't include anything less than £2,000 because they're not really luxury, right? So all these would be excluded.
Yeah.
So they're not.
Yeah, no, who wants a Zodiac apart from
interestingly,
Angelic?
Which people may not have heard of, is the big pawnbrokers in the UK.
Who?
They're called
Ramsden's. Yeah. I love Harry Ramsden's. I mean,
and they're absolutely massive. They have pretty much around the same amount of stock as Watchfinder. A lot of it's more lower end stuff, but they're absolutely huge. And same with H&T pawnbrokers. They're very big watch dealers, even though you wouldn't think of them as being watch dealers.
I tell you who I like in the UK is you remember that guy he used to go on Paul Thorpe's channel. It's not Watch Trader. It's he's in London. David Khalil.
What he's watch collectors. Yeah.
Watch collectors. Yeah, their stock.
They are big. They have an awful lot of stock.
Yeah, they're credible as well.
Yeah, is it Watch Collector?
See, this is what gets me a bit confused when we're on the website. You see, originally it only loaded two listings, and then you had to make it load more.
So when you do that, what you're doing is you're finding everything that's been listed today, and then when you get to the bottom, it then loads everything that's been ever listed before.
But someone that just comes to your website from new, they might not know that, and they just think, "Oh, it's just two listings."
Yeah, it is a fair comment. So originally, it was only meant to show you what was new that day. That was the point of it. And then people were like, "I want to see old listings." So I was like, "Well, I can load them as well if you want to." But yeah, it is confusing. So I put these little things at the top showing the dates, so you could see that these were like historic listings rather than new ones. Whereas the problem with consumers, right? They don't think like the person that created it, right?
Yes, exactly. You understand because you've been working on it, but a random person going to be like, "Oh, there's only two listings," and then they don't realize if they scroll down, it will bring in more.
Yeah. So when you're on Rolex, like you have to go. Obviously, looking at a Rolex listed today, you have to go to page 9 before you actually try to find like more listings.
Who would you most trust in the UK? Like, if you was to sell a watch, like who's your sort of go-to?
So it depends, right? It depends. Am I dropping it off in person, right? If I'm taking it there and they're doing me a bank transfer while I'm there, I don't care who it is. If I'm going to post it off, then I'm more nervous, right?
What about consignment? For consignment,
I don't think I'd consign.
No.
Because you're banking on that company not going out of business or something going wrong, and that's a dangerous place to be, right? The longer the time somebody else has your watch and you don't, the more chance something will go wrong.
Yeah.
Like what I don't get about consignment, if I was going to run a company that did consignment, I would pay people 80% of the watch's value when they ship it to me, and then they would just top them up the difference when it actually sold, and then there wouldn't be any risk.
Right.
On one side, the risk would be shared because one person has some of the money and one person has the watch.
Yeah, or place it in escrow, and it gets released upon the sale. The problem is though, that's a liquidity thing. You know, they've got to have liquidity for that, and that's not ideal.
If the dealer hasn't got liquidity, am I going to give them my watch? Because that sounds like
sure. It same applies, you know, with car sales. You take your car to the dealer. He can offer you I'll buy it from you, or we'll stick it on the forecourt and we'll see how it goes on consignment.
I mean, at least with the car, the car, you can have the spare key at home, and it's in your name, right? Whereas the watch, who knows?
Yeah, no, I get it.
But I think there's lots of dealers in the UK that are, all trustworthy.
Like Watch Finder, they seem trustworthy. BQ, I think Spencer can be trusted.
Yeah, I've met Spencer. Yeah, he's a cool guy. But like all businesses, one day they get into trouble, and I don't want to be left.
Who's holding the bag?
Exactly, or who's holding the watch with the bag in the bag?
Yeah.
So there you go. This is rustyswatches.com. Now, unfortunately, I have to leave you as I need to go and eat some lunch. But it's been really fun and it's been great to meet everybody.
Thank you.
I'm definitely
nice to meet you.
With some new features.
Nice to put a face to the name and a voice to the name.
Well,
yeah.
Pixelated face to the name.
One pixel at a time. It's going to get revealed. This is like the secret guest.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, Rusty.
Thank you, Rusty. And check out rustyswatches.com.
That's cool. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. rustyswatches.com. rustyswatches.com. rustyswatches.com.
How
cool is that?
Pretty good. Yeah, really cool. It has huge potential. I like that it's a work in progress. A whip.
Yeah, and I like that you can just talk to the developer and he will implement any ideas if it's a good idea. And yeah, I think it's a great website, to be honest. It's a free service. I like that he doesn't want your email address. He doesn't want to know who you are. Just check out the website, use the data, and there you go.
Yeah, build it and they will come. Have you heard from Higgy lately? Have you spoke to him recently?
I had an email from him, but I ignored his email.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Because I was busy.
When was that? Was it quite recently?
A couple of days ago.
Yeah, I just want to make sure he's alright.
Oh, is there a reason why he wouldn't be okay?
No, I'm sure he's okay. Sure he is okay. Yeah, I'm
Have
sure.
you not got his WhatsApp or anything?
Oh, he doesn't have WhatsApp.
Oh, does he not?
No, he's got iMessages. You know, that guy's cost me so much money, it's unbelievable.
I have him on WhatsApp.
Jonathan Quayle Higgins III?
Yeah.
You've got him on WhatsApp?
Yeah, we talk.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's iMessages.
No, WhatsApp.
Well, you must have another number for him then.
Alright, whatever. So what was you trying to say?
Yeah, no, I was just asking if you've heard from him.
Oh yeah, I talk to him quite regularly. He's a cool guy. Good guy.
Are you talking about Higgy?
Yes, Higgy baby.
German. Yeah, Higgy baby. Yeah.
The one that sends me free marzipan every month.
Does he really?
Oh, sorry. Was that meant to be a secret?
No, not necessarily. It just, yeah, no, not necessarily. I mean, it's between you and him.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. I like him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a bit weird. If you worry about him, just send him a message.
No, don't worry that much.
Maybe he's blocked you.
No, he hasn't blocked me for sure.
Okay. I'll call him and ask him if everything's okay.
What, live on air?
No, private, Jamie. Private.
Okay.
Let me send him a message.
You're going to drop the link?
For who?
For who? Anyone?
Oh, I'm going to wrap this puppy up.
We barely started.
Hey, do you want the keys? You can do a show if you want.
No. Definitely not.
Jonathan says. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's wrap it up. Thank you to Mac Lobster, $2. Thank you to Phoenician Cedar, $2 Aussie. Thank you to Watch Nerd Nick, 10 Malaysian ringgit, and thank you to Mac Lobster, $2.
He was cool, that guy, Nick from. He was on the other night, right? The Aussie.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really good conversation you two were having about the his sort of experiences and whatnot coming from Australia, living in Malaysia. Yeah, it was really interesting to listen to.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. There's a lot of good people in the Archieverse.
Yeah. All right,
Hi guys, go to rustyswatches.com and peruse and have a look and all that good stuff. Oh, Jamie left. All right, thank you everyone. See you later.